Now it is time to take longer strides. Time for a great new American enterprise. Time for this nation to take a clearly leading role in space achievement, which in many ways may hold the key to our future on Earth.
Command override off. Engine arm off.
We're home.
413 is in.
Man on the moon.
We copy you down, Eagle. Houston,
Oh, jeez.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
The eyes of the world now look into space, to the moon and to the planets beyond. And we have vowed that we shall not see it governed by a hostile flag of conquest, but by a banner of freedom and peace. Those who came before us made certain that this country rode the first waves of the Industrial Revolution, the first waves of modern invention, and the first wave of nuclear power. And this generation does not intend to founder in the backwash of the coming age of space. We mean to be a part of it. We mean to lead it. But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why fly the Atlantic? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills.
In November 1959, Werner von Braun, the German-American scientist, addressing a congressional committee, said,
"We have been told that the hammer and sickle flag has now been planted on the moon, and we have no reason to doubt it. I would not be at all surprised to be hearing a human voice from outer space that will have an unmistakable Russian accent."
April 12, 1961. Cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin orbited the Earth aboard his craft, Vostok 1. The United States sent its congratulations. August 6, 1961. Cosmonaut German Titov became the second man in space. He stayed in orbit for 25 hours, 18 minutes. 2 years later, cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova became the first woman in space. Her craft, Vostok 6, orbited for 70 hours, 50 minutes. The United States sent its congratulations.
Throughout our training program, we were determined to catch up on the Russians, not to let them establish too great a lead. We really had to develop a whole new technology. Millions of different problems, literally. And each new problem seemed to involve a new science, and above all, new machines. Then, of course, we had to build a rocket, big enough and powerful enough to get us wherever we were going, preferably the moon. We made 1 or 2 attempts to get off the Earth, as it were, soon after Gagarin.
3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff. And 34 minutes after the hour.
Fuel is go.
On May 5, 1961, Al Shepard made a suborbital flight from Cape Canaveral, which lasted just 15 minutes and 22 seconds.
Holding at 5.5. Okay, it's a lot smoother now, a lot smoother.
In July, Gus Grissom went downrange for almost 16 minutes, but almost drowned when his Mercury capsule flooded and sank after landing.
Go. Roger.
Finally, on February 20th, 1962, almost a year after the Russians, John Glenn got into Earth orbit.
Mercury umbilical clear. Heart rate is low.
Lights on. Good Lord, ride all the way.
Godspeed, John Glenn. 3, 2, 1, 0. Roger, the clock is operating. We're underway.
But there were still a million experiments to be done. The effect of gravity, for instance. Radiation from the sun. Wind turbulence on the rocket. We even had to use old planes as models. Above all, weightlessness. But at least, when John Glenn went down that Caribbean range, we knew we were on our way.
short time ago from the men who handle the Washington-Moscow hotline. And I thought you would be interested in a portion of that memorandum to the President. We asked them if they would be interested in being informed of developments in the Apollo program. And the hotline personnel in Moscow responded enthusiastically and asked us to keep them posted. I'm here at the hotline in Washington, relayed information in regard to the most important aspects of your flight. The Soviets were very solicitous about the welfare of you astronauts and expressed great interest in the success of the flight. Nearly 5 centuries ago, who heard stories of the New World for the first time. There's just no other comparison that we can make that's equal to what we feel. For the three of you,
First stage propellant tanks have been pressurized.
Propellant tanks in the second stage now pressurized. The vehicle now completely pressurized. The vents closed. We are go.
We're now approaching the T-minus 1 minute mark. T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 1 minute and counting. Now in the final minute of our countdown, swing arm number 1 will retract. At the 30-second mark, T-minus 50 seconds as we pass the T-minus 50-second mark, the power transfer takes place. First stage, second stage, third stage, and the instrument unit going to internal power. T-minus 37 seconds, and our count continues to go well.
Astronauts report it feels good. 30 seconds and counting. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
An AC bus light and fuel cell disconnect, AC bus overload 1 and 2, main bus A and B out.
Houston, try FCE to auxiliary, over.
NCE to auxiliary.
FCE to auxiliary.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Roger, we're reading you. We put clear now. Okay, everything's sticking through. Good show.
The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust.
Apollo 11, this is Houston. All your systems are looking good. Let her rip. Okay, we're with you. I think we got all our marbles. Here, we had everything in the world drop out. We've had a couple of cardiac arrests down here, too. There wasn't any time for that up here. Fantastic burn. Roger, 5-9M, and we're sailing free. Shaking. Okie dokie. Okay, it's a nice ride up to now. Okay, the cheese are starting to build. Apollo 11, this is Houston. Roger. Something happened here. What happened? I don't know. The line that pulled loose. Oh, what is that? What line is it?
That's the heat flow. You pulled it off.
I don't know how that happened.
So we understand that the cable came off of the connector and we've got just a free end of the cable, is that right? That's right. Take it easy, let's rest for a minute. Okay, how's the old heartbeat? Oh, you're up to about 140. Roger, reading it loud and clear.
Roger. These are building. We're up to 6. Here's 9. There's about 10.
Houston, did you read our comment that our SPS helium pressure went to 0? Indicated 0 at liftoff?
Cabin is stable at 6.1 pounds per square inch.
Be advised our SPS helium pressure went to 0 at liftoff.
The SPS helium pressure on board went to 0 at liftoff. However, we're reporting go here on the Mission Control Center. Downrange 122 miles, altitude 61 miles, velocity 10,000 feet per second.
Right now, there are problems here. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure he got hit by lightning. I think we need to do a little more all-weather testing. Amen. Your thrust is looking good.
Miles downrange now, 75 miles high, 11,700 feet per second.
Looks like you've been flying well up there, partner. The spacecraft looks good. You betcha. A super flying machine. Looks kind of tinny to me.
Booster systems engineer reports ignition on the 3rd stage. The thrust looks good, he says.
Down, and we copy 101.4 by 103.6. Apollo 11, this is Houston. You are confirmed to go for orbit. Okay, Gordo, we're out of 11,009. Okay, stand by for pitch over. Oh, are we coming in? Oh, baby. I'll give it to you.
Hey, World, hold on to your hat. I'm going to turn you upside down.
Okay, the burn was on time. The burn time was 5 plus 5, 2. The residuals were minus 0.1, plus 0.1, plus 0.1. Delta VC was plus 1.0. The fuel, 38.4. The oxidizer, 38.7. The unbalance was increased, 80 pounds. The oxidizer, 38.7. The unbalance was increased, 80 pounds. Computer says we're in a 170 by 61.8. Just like everybody else that just arrived, all three of us are plastered to the windows looking.
What a fantastic sight. Beautiful news. Romantic, isn't it?
Oh, this is really profound. I'll tell you, it's fantastic.
Could you describe what you're looking at, over?
We're looking at the eastern Pacific Ocean. We can see North America, Alaska, United States, Canada, Mexico, and Central America.
Capsule is turning around. Oh, that view is tremendous. Capsule turning around, and I could see the booster during turnaround. It was beautiful.
Things are still falling out up there. What are you doing? Throwing everything overboard? Oops, there goes a nut.
What, are you talking about me again?
This is very good. Okay, Davey, you ought to start getting your hands closed.
Okay.
11, Houston, if you could comply, we'd like to see some smiling faces up there. Over.
Okay, we'll reconfigure the PB for that.
Roger.
Well, I put on a coat and tie if I'd known about this ahead of time.
Is Buzz holding your cue cards for you, over?
guys, when you're comfortable, we'd like for you to turn the thrust light out for us, please, by pulling the EMS circuit breakers, 2 of them, on panel 8.
Roger, both open, the light is out.
Okay, the reason for that is just to conserve that light bulb and a little power, and we'll proceed with the normal mission.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
I'm a smooth talker, aren't I?
Well, I'm glad you guys down there can figure all this out.
Hey, this is great. Talk about being a spaceman. This is it.
It might sound corny, but the view is really out of this world.
Roger. We had a couple of comments. The back row that I won't repeat.
Predominantly blue background and just huge covers of white clouds. Very, very beautiful.
Beautiful out here. It sure is. It's something else.
Apollo 11, this is Houston. Roger.
1 minute, 12 seconds, period of maximum aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle.
Apollo 11, you are go. Over.
Apollo 11, thank you.
Okay, we're going to be busy for a minute. Roger out. We confirm ignition and the thrust is go. You're right on the money.
Cheaper to keep going than turn back, huh?
I'll tell you, it looks beautiful going away and it's going to look even better coming back. Apollo 11, this is Houston. Trajectory and guidance look good and the stage is good. Over.
Apollo 11, Roger.
45,000 feet per second. Cut off.
Will you pass on this message for me to all the troops? Hola, amigos. Felicitaciones a Mexico.
Roger. Muchas gracias, amigo.
Okay. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Houston.
We're
Copy, your burn report, over.
Roger, the burn was on time. We have about less than 40 hours left to go to the mountain.
Yeah, okay, don't back into that dude now when you get turned around. Are you keeping it in sight?
Yeah, okay. He took off so fast. He's gone. He went right into the sun.
Roger, copy.
We don't have any idea where he went. He just went boom and disappeared.
Eagle Houston, we rigging out your go for PDI, over. Roger, understand.
Upside down again. Yeah, I just thinking one of us isn't right side up.
Altitude now 33,500 feet.
Here is very, very stark. The sky is pitch black and the Earth, or the moon rather, excuse me, is quite light. And the contrast between the sky and the moon is a vivid dark line.
Delta H is looking good now. Roger, Delta H is looking good to us. Wow. Drop it one time.
Right. Things look real close.
Altitude now 21,000 feet, still looking very good. Velocity down now to 1,200 feet per second.
You're looking great to us, Eagle. Hey, I just saw a flash on the lunar surface.
Oh, yeah?
It was just right out there north of Grimaldi. Just north of Grimaldi. You might see if you got anything on your seismometers. Although a small impact probably would give a fair amount of visible light.
Okay, well, check.
We try auto again now, see what happens.
Roger.
Okay, looks like it's holding.
Roger, we got good data. We're go, same tide, we're go.
Into the ag, 47 degrees.
Roger.
$2,000 feet, 2,000 feet, 47 degrees.
Apollo 11, this is Houston. Eagle looking great, your go.
5,000 feet, 39, 39, 38, 4,000 feet. 40, 41, 45, 47, 52, 3,000 feet. 52, 52, 51, 50, 47, 47, 2,000 feet. 42. Okay, he's got a good spot. Good. 42, 43, 300 feet. South in Houston, you're cool landing. 45. Glad to go for landing. 44. Altitude 1600. 1,400 feet, still looking very good.
Roger, 2, we copy it.
35 degrees. 35 degrees, 750. Coming down to 23. 700 feet, 21 down. 33 degrees. 100 feet down at 19. 540 feet down at 30. Down at 15. And 400 feet down at 9. 15 down at 2.5. 19 forward. Altitude, velocity light. 3.5 down. 20 feet. 13 forward. 4.5 down. 5.5 down. 100 feet. 3.5 down. 9 forward. 5%. 90 light. Okay, 75 feet. That's looking good. Down a half. 6 forward. Lights on. Down 2.5. Forward. Forward. 40 feet down 2.5. Picking up some dust. 30 feet, 2.5 down. Big shadow. 4 forward. 4 forward, drifting to the right a little. Back light. Okay, engine stop. APA at a descent. Auto control, auto descent, engine command, auto.
We copy you down, Eagle.
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now. Okay, I just checked getting back up to that first step. It's adequate to get back up. Roger, we copy. I'm at the foot of the ladder. I'm going to step off the limb now. It's one small step for man. One giant leap for mankind. Barely. Hey, don't lock it. I'm not gonna lock it. We gotta go back there. You lose the key, we're in trouble. Hey, who's been tracking up my lunar surface? Okay. Just walk around for 1 second. Hey, man. Put your visor down. Yes, sir. You're pretty agile there, Twinkle Toes. You bet your life I am.
The flag they're deploying is the flag that has been in the Mission Control Center here during past missions.
I've never put a flag up in the moon before. What? Pull that in. How about getting it stretched out here? I will. I just can't start forward as fast as I'd like to. Yeah, it's going to want to curl. That's beautiful. This has got to be one of the most proud moments of my life, I guarantee you. I was rolling on the moon one day in a merry, merry month of December. Now, May. May's the month. May, that's right. May is the year of the month. When, much to my surprise, a pair of lovely eyes. Do-do-do-do-do. From here is a grand oasis of the big vastness of space. It's all over. It's orange. Stop, hold it till I see it. I've stirred it up with my feet. Hey, it is. Who haven't read the plaque will read the plaque that's on the front landing gear of this LEM. It says, "Airmen from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon. July 1969, AD. It came in peace for all mankind." Oh my golly! Unbelievable! Unbelievable, but is it bright in the sun?
go, babe. I'm really cinched into this smooth. Yeah, well, I don't know with these holes that we ought to do there or not. This seatbelt is great. And we're... Zeke!
Apollo 11, this is Houston. Roger. The limb footbeds are only depressed in the surface about 1 or 2 inches. That's a good step. About a 3-footer.
Oh, look at the mountains today. Isn't that beautiful? Really is. My golly, that's just super. It's, unreal.
On November 10th, 1970, just 1 year and 113 days after Apollo 11, the Russian spacecraft Luna 17 soft-landed in a crater called the Sea of Rains. It carried the first moon robot, Lunar 1, which collected Earth samples and sent other data back to Earth. The Russians had flown 16 previous moon missions. Of these, most had crashed or exploded on landing. But since the Apollo 11 mission, 12 other Americans have walked on the moon, and 3 other Russian Luna spacecraft have touched down successfully.
Tranquility Base, Houston.
Roger, go ahead.
Roger, you're cleared for takeoff.
Roger, understand. We're number 1 on the runway.
Roger. Eagle, Houston, you're looking good to us.
5, fourth stage.
3, 2, 1, launch.
Engine arm ascent, proceed.
Tally ho.
Oh, beautiful. 26, 36 feet per second up. Very quiet ride.
1,000 feet high, 80 feet per second.
Again, home again. Jiggity jig.
Pitch over 53 degrees on time.
What a ride. What a ride.
Elevation rise rate coming up as predicted. 1,563 feet above the lunar surface.
Okay, burn status report. Burn was on time. Burn time was about 24.0, about half a second shorter than predicted. Residuals were plus 0.6, delta BC minus 4.4. There was no trim, unbalanced 100 increase.
standing by as
Roger, Eagle.
go through their final paces before docking.
Okay, I'm approaching. Your attitude looks good. Tell you what we have captured. -5. 80 at 5. -3. 60 at 3. 50 at 3. Cross pointers look good. 40 at 3. 30, 3. 25, 2. 7% fuel. 20 at 1. 15 at 1. -1.
Well, beautiful, President. Well, we're going to be there shortly.
Roger, we're waiting for you. Contact. Believe we're there. He's all locked on. Well, it's a very nice docking. Dad, that was the docking. That was an eye test. Okay, Houston, we're locked up.
Beautiful, beautiful sight.
Apollo Control, Houston. We read docking at 177 hours, 53 minutes ground elapsed time.
That's pretty good.
We're on our way.
We set sail on this new sea because there is new knowledge to be gained and new rights to be won, and they must be won and used for the progress of all people.
On July 15th, 1975, the Soviet Union launched Soyuz 19. Its task? To link up with an Apollo mission in Earth orbit. The two craft rendezvoused on schedule 140 miles above the Earth. Soyuz and Apollo remained docked for 2 days, during which the Russians and Americans celebrated with a specially prepared banquet, representative of the best cuisine of the USSR. The menu: Ukrainian beetroot and cabbage soup, Georgian mutton broth, Russian spinach, veal, pate, and sausage meat. Dessert was prunes with nuts, followed by cake and juices. The United States has also launched 4 Skylab missions. The first, a space station or workshop. The last 3 manned spacecraft to service that station. Total cost, approximately $2 billion. Future plans include the development of the Space Shuttle, a craft capable of multiple reuse. While testing, it was launched from the back of a 747 to service Skylab and return safely to the Earth. NASA wanted to name the prototype shuttle Constitution, but over 100,000 Star Trek fans petitioned the president. The shuttle was named the Enterprise.
Houston.
Roger.
The reentry seems to be going okay. A real fireball outside.
Tracking out of Hawaii now shows velocity 25,198 feet per second and dropping. Energy predicted at minus 4.2 miles.
Standing by for the main chute. Bearing is 010. My position 134, now 8.5 miles. Altitude days about 6,000 feet to the climber.
The main is out and reefed, and it looks good to me. The main chute is out.
Recovery 3 helicopter has visual contact. And it's visually in sight from the carrier.
Reports 3 main chutes have deployed.
In conversation with the helicopter commander, the crew commander, apparently the helicopter, asked the crew what the moon was made out of, whereupon responded, it's not made out of green cheese at all, it's made out of American cheese.
Apollo 11, this is Houston.
Estimate now 3 miles from the ship.
Low level, 42 feet, coming down at 3. Looking good. Hang in there. He's got it made. 42 feet coming down at 2. 40 coming down at 2. 70 feet. Looking real good. 20 feet coming down at 6. You're looking okay.
Splash down. Large splash down.
You're finally here, Houston. Fantastic.
In the 10 years since Apollo landed on the moon, 11 missions have gone to the planet Mars, 7 to Venus, 4 to Jupiter, 3 to Saturn, 1 each to Mercury and Uranus.
Well, press the counter for you, sir.
Roger.
Voyager 2, launched August 20th, 1977, en route for the planet Uranus, will commence sending pictures back to the planet Earth immediately upon arrival. First transmission is due January 30th, 1986.
The estimated range from the carrier to the spacecraft is some 3 nautical miles. However, this does not mean necessarily that the spacecraft was 3 miles off the target point, as the carrier was steaming toward the target point from the south.
The President of the United States would like to say a few words to you. Over.
Would be an honor.
Go ahead, Mr. President.
Hello? Hello. Commander? Are you all 3 on?
Yes, sir. We're all on the phone.
I want you to know that I think I'm the luckiest man in the world. And I say this not only because I have the honor to be President of the United States, but particularly because I have the privilege of speaking for so many and welcoming you back to Earth. I can tell you about all the messages we've received in Washington. Over 100 emperors and presidents and kings have sent the most warm messages that we've ever received.
Apollo 11 landed on the moon July 20th, 1969. The Eagle has landed, astronaut Armstrong said. In New York, the poet Archibald MacLeish was moved to write, in the New York Times, a simple testament which celebrated Apollo's achievement and indicated what was, for him, the true purpose of exploration in space.
For the first time in all of time, men have seen the Earth. Seen it not as continents or oceans from the little distance of 100 miles or 2 or 3, but seen it from the depths of space. The medieval notion of the Earth put man at the center of everything. The nuclear notion of the Earth put him nowhere, beyond the range of reason, even lost in absurdity and war. This latest notion may have other consequences. It may remake our image of mankind. No longer that victim off at the margins of reality, and no longer that preposterous figure at the center. To see the Earth as it truly is to see ourselves as riders on the Earth together. Brothers who know now they are truly brothers.
Aldrin.